Greetings everyone. Why the discovering of resources in Africa become a trouble and not a blessing. Recently, the Democratic Republic of Congo has discovered new natural resources called electrically charged stone, nickel. And after that, the tension between DRC and Congo has raised. When Africa will discover resources, it takes a short time to see conflict in that areas. Sometimes we ask ourselves, these are blessings or these are trouble? Who have bewitched us? Historically, if you find the area where there is a conflict in Africa, are those areas with a lot of resources?
Last week, Africans celebrated the discovering of new natural resources in Democratic Republic of Congo. And listen to this week, Democratic Republic of Congo say Rwanda shot its plane in Congolese airspace in northern Kivu. Democratic Republic of Congo has declared Rwanda's shooting of one of its fighter jets an act of war amid mounting tensions. Rwanda's government said it took defensive measures against a plane that had violated its airspace, a claim denied by Democratic Republic of Congo. So as you see, last week we discovered resources in Democratic Republic of Congo, and this week there was a tension of war between Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo. That's why we are just asking, these natural resources that we discover in Africa are blessings or are just a trouble?
As we remain in DRC, in eastern part of Democratic Republic of Congo, the richest area in resources are in trouble. Look, the countries such as South Sudan that are passed through hard time of civil war after discovering oil. As I speak to you now, in Cape Delgado, northern Mozambique, after discovered natural gas and oil, no peace there. Look, in Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria, the area with the richest resources of oil, no peace. Everywhere in Africa where you find those resources, there's no peace. So these are the blessing or are the trouble? We as Africans, we're expecting the resources of Africa to become a blessing, to change the lives of the people of Africa. But things went different and sometimes go different. Why? We as Africans, let us ask ourselves why the discovering of natural resources in Africa become a trouble, not a blessing. Who caused these troubles? For what purpose? And why? That's the question we need to ask ourselves. As I said yesterday, there was a tension between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo following an incident in which a Congolese jet fighter was reportedly shot down by Rwanda. Rwanda claimed that the aircraft violated its airspace and defense measures were taken. And the same week, or last week, the Democratic Republic of Congo has discovered natural resources. In the coming week, trouble with Rwanda. Yes, maybe the trouble is there, but why, when we as Africans we discover resources, these resources become a source of conflict between or among ourselves? We need to find the solution of this. And let me tell you the truth. These conflicts that you see in Africa, even in DRC, is because of resources. No one can fight for nothing. It's because of resources. Why we as Africans we cannot say, let us stop this conflict. Let us see how we can utilize these resources for the benefit of the people of Africa. Fighting is not a solution for Africa. And fighting will never help Africa to achieve her goals. We lost human resources through these wars and conflicts. We lost our properties. We lost everything, even our time. We lost our time. What can we do to make these resources a blessing? When we discover resources, conflict comes out. Why in Africa? Why? Look, instead of focusing on the issue on how we can use these discovered minor electrically charged stone in Democratic Republic of Congo for the benefit of Africa, now we are just focusing on tension between Rwanda and DRC. That's how Africa, we are so designed. Why we allow this to happen? We lose focus. I remember 2 years ago when Africa planned to have this continental free trade area, COVID coming, and now we have forgotten about continental free trade area. And if we remember, but we say we are just recovering our economy because of COVID. So we lose, always we lose. And today, as I speak to you, East Africa Federation has planned to be real in this year and a superpower. But recently, there is a tension between Rwanda and DRC. How can we create this federation at this time where there is no misunderstanding between Rwanda and DRC? This is how Africa will lose. Why the discovering of these resources become a trouble and not a blessing. Some people can say maybe this has been happening since then, but just remember, why always Congo? Because there's resources there. There are some people who are benefiting from those resources, and they are not ready to see there's a peace there. They are ready to engineer conflict among ourselves. Historically, we know how we are so divided and conquered in our mind to think that we cannot come together, we cannot help each other. We hate each other. That's the reality. That's why even now we have discovered this electrical charged stone in DRC. Now we are losing tension, we are losing focus, we are just discussing maybe the war will break out. People are just fearing to work to do their works. Students are fearing to go to school in some area in the borders area. So this is how Africa will lose. And someone will come and mediate this tension and create a lot of money through this. How long will we continue to allow this? Let us Africans see and find solutions for our own problems. It can be done, and we must do it. It is possible to achieve. We Africans, we want to see, we as Africans, we are benefiting from our resources. Not to discover resources and then to be taken by others. While we Africans, we fight each other. Just imagine what will happen if Rwanda and Congo went through war. We don't want those issues to happen. We Africans, we love our continent. We love our people. That's why we welcome even colonizers to come and they colonize us. We are a humble people. We Africa, we love each other. But we have so conquered in our mind to think that your neighbor is your enemy. No, we are Africans. We are friends. We are brothers and sisters. We must love each other. We must respect each other. We must work together and unite for the benefit of this continent. So, for that, let me end it here. If you have something, please write in the comment section. If you have any views, please just write in the comment section. Ask yourself why the discovering of resources in Africa became a trouble and not a blessing. I have given you a few examples. Thank you.